This month, I'm here talking with our new 12th grade principal, Mr. Mark Snitzer. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm excellent. How are you, Sabina?
I'm doing pretty good. So, obviously, everyone knows who you are. What is exactly your job here at Hempfield now?
Well, I am currently filling in as the 12th grade principal and supporting seniors and supporting the other grades where opportunities arise with any type of support necessary.
What kind of put you in this position where you are now?
So prior to joining Hempfield, I spent 4 years as an elementary principal. And then from there, prior to that, I was actually a middle school counselor, and I supported the high school as well. While I was a middle school counselor, I coached basketball on the varsity and middle school levels. I ran programs for positive behavior support, and I did a lot of work with the National Junior Honor Society and National Honor Society. As well as that, I'm also a private counselor. I have my license in the state of Pennsylvania, and I tend to support couples and individuals with anxiety.
When did you kind of realize that, because that was a very extended list between coach and a principal and counselor, when did you kind of feel like that's kind of where you fit?
A lot of people take the opportunity to serve, and whenever there's an opportunity to serve or an opening to be able to step in, people go after it. And I saw several opportunities in which I just wanted to be able to help the students I was working with. At my time as a counselor, I just really enjoyed that, and I wanted to make sure that I focused my energies on understanding how to be able to do that, especially listening. I think that's an avenue in which we've sort of been taught to listen, but I think we forget how to listen sometimes, and I'm doing the best I can to keep that skill going, because now as a 12th grade principal, being able to have that conversation with students to be able to say where they want to go, especially in the high school level. I think all 4 grade levels, you have administrators, we have teachers, we have counselors who are all really focused on being able to listen to what the student needs are and where they'd like to go.
How do you plan on connecting to your students, the students that you have now and throughout the years, making that staff principal student connection?
I think coming in when I did, it was difficult with the class of 2020, and the fact that Dr. Reinhardt had already established a lot of relationships with the students and with the staff. And I think where my challenge is to be able to maintain and to be able to keep everything going in the direction that he's established and that the other principals have established. I know next year I want to be reaching out more. I want to be more visible at lunches, more visible in the commons, and talking to students as they're coming on and off buses and from the cars and from drop off, and making sure that they see me and that I'm working to interact with them.
That's awesome. I know that you said about trying not to get in other people's businesses. They're trying to work and not trying to shove yourself in as the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you kind of hope to, because I know from talking to other teachers and other staff members that they like to be in the students' lives and kind of be that fun and not exciting but not boring principal?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the thing that I'm most excited about in this situation was I moved from elementary, where that's an awesome job, and it was a great experience working with those young individuals. But there's still a degree of conversation that you can't have when they're 8 years old. But when you're working with a 16, 17-year-old, you can have a great conversation.
When you work with students and help them figure out where their path is and what their goal is after high school, how does that make you feel? When you accomplish that? It's
an honor to be trusted by someone to have them tell about their future. It's probably one of the most exciting things we get to do, be it as a teacher, as a counselor, as a support staff person. Even yesterday I was working with our custodial staff, and they were talking to students, and they were engaging them. That's what education is. It's every person working to be able to support the future of the students.
Students build up that student and teacher connection every day, and how do you feel like you're going to kind of build that teacher and staff connection?
I think with the teacher and staff connection, that's me being available for them and them reaching out for me. But I think the most important piece about relationships is that people wanting to build those relationships. Putting up a wall just prevents, but being able to work together. So I sort of look at it as the students that are watching this, hey, make sure you are reaching out for relationships, because I know the teachers are and I know the administration are.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
It was nice having a conversation with you.
It was my pleasure.
And welcome to Hempfield High School.